Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Car Black Ops Kid coming at you with a Sea of Thieves review. This game is only on Xbox One and of course PC crossplay. This is a open world RPG action adventure first person game.
So far my impression was I wanted to be a pirate. Everything in terms of that. One huge thing is that this game is really meant to be played with another player. You choose whether or not to travel with other players, like 4 in a barge or a huge ship, 2 players in a small ship, or alone in the same ship as the 2-player ship. Obviously, the 4-player way is the way I wanted to go, but I wanted to know how to control the ship and how to get started. You get a loading screen that lasts quite a bit. You're shoved into a random outpost, which has a bunch of things to do, like getting quests, treasure hunting, item shops, and much, much more.
The game is definitely different from anything that I've ever played before. It's an open world pirate game, whereas kind of one-man crew, but it's a lot more difficult. That was the first thing I did, is just to become the single player experience, is to get, an idea of what to expect when you're going out there on the open seas.
I accepted the quests, but didn't really know where to go from there. So I started to set sail and taking in the beauty of this game, and man does it deliver. The clouds are constantly changing, day and night cycle is beautiful, and the horizon sun with water effects are crisp and stunning. The added music that randomly plays is so atmospheric and so robust that this game gets you even further into the Sea of Thieves experience. That's the greatest thing for me, is that the ship aspect, water are amazing. To take off in your ship, you have to raise the anchor, set the sail to the desired height, and steer to the head in the direction you choose. Now, this is where I emphasize that this is where the multiplayer part comes in, so early on. You can fulfill certain quests where you go to a special island where you have to go there and complete the quest. But if you are by yourself, you have to make sure that you stop steering, run downstairs, look at the map, correct the distance, and then rinse and repeat until you get there. Honestly, if you and a buddy play, it's the perfect size unless you have a group of 4, which you will then dominate the seas.
This is what we do, we're fucking part you!
So if you have 2 or more players, you can at least, have one person at least make sure you're on the right way to the right island, possibly depending on the correct, size of the island. Well, they'll give you the island and you just have to find the island, go there, find the X on the map, or kill a random set of enemies.
Just being a pirate is just kind of cool. Only loaded with 1 weapon, 1 sword. The combat in this game is one thing that really flaws out the most. Not a lot of combat aspect. Easily healing with bananas as long as you can get back to not get hit. You can actually fight other players underneath water, which is actually kind of a cool aspect that I thought. But other than that, there's not a lot of different fluid and mechanics to the whole combat system.
My second impression is when playing by myself, I saw no one else around me. It was just me and the sea, and my quest to gain as much loot as I possibly could. I actually learned that you have to set the anchor and put the sail back up, or else your boat will sink and disappear. And then finally return the quest. That is when I finally encountered another player. After I finally dug up a chest and put it back on my boat, I don't know if it triggered something or not. They started to attack me. I just grabbed the chest, and whether or not it triggered to try and kill me for my chest or not, I booked it. No, there was no player name or noticeable HUD. I just saw a boat attacking me. Having repair my boat by dumping the water out and placing a board over the hole. I also had to do all the work myself. The boat ended up sinking, and I attempted to jump off the boat undetected, like Metal Gear Solid, but then I got ate by a shark.
Being other players, you can sink their ship, grab their crates or chests, and of course take them back to the outpost and get more money for it. That's really the whole point of this game, is to be on your toes looking for other players, whether to engage them. But like I said, combat is very dull. Not a lot of whole fluid and combat system. You can obviously launch yourself into cannons to try and get a better tactic. The more money you make, you can also get muskets and other weapons, but of course that doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. Everything is still pretty standard. Everything really kind of balances out. Nothing is really super overpowered as far as I've ran across. I really came across another big ship in my entire 50 hours of play. But I will say this game is very stunning. It has really good graphics. The soundtrack is really good, and it's very awesome to implement with other players. You don't really need a mic to play this game. Of course, you want to have a mic because it makes everything just a whole lot better, but you can emote to your other players. So open the left-hand corner. I will say that there is some things that need to be worked on, of course. Not a lot of whole things to do when it comes to gameplay mechanics. Not really a whole lot of combat. But when it comes to fighting other players, it really makes it memorable. My total review score is 8.5 out of 10. Mainly because of dull combat, not a lot of quests. But I will say this game is beautiful, stunning, has great graphics, and really makes a fluid movement of the system, of course, of combat.
My experience so far with Sea of Thieves has been amazing, and atmospherically, the game is fantastic.
If you guys are playing Sea of Thieves, definitely add me on my Gamertag located in the description below. Make sure you also look at my other reviews I've done in the past, and make sure you also subscribe for more of that juicy gaming news. Leave a comment if what's the craziest thing you've seen in Sea of Thieves, or
like on this video, as it shows me a ton of support. I love you guys. Make sure you guys keep showing me all that support. Comment me anything you want. If you guys have been playing the Sea of Thieves, do you agree with the same things as me? Do you think the beta is going to have a lot more content once it comes out? Anyways, guys, thank you for the support. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.